Is there really anything better than a day by the sea, fly rod in hand, in search of unforgettable fishing moments? Well, maybe there is. One might wish for thrilling encounters, rising fish, an angry sea trout striking the fly with force. This trip gave me a taste of just that.
Oh!
But let me slow down and start from the beginning. A sea trout angler heads out when the gut feeling strikes, and there is nothing quite like the satisfaction to have that instinct confirmed. More often than not, it happens the moment you arrive at the fishing spot.
I will try to fish this edge before the water level goes too low and it gets too shallow. So we will see. Not that many casts, but at least we will try and see if we can hook into something.
The day started gently, with a bit of warm-up casting, confirmation that the conditions were just right, and a nice sea trout on the hook right away.
I have a fish on! 10 minutes of fishing. Let's see how big it is. No, it's a small one, half a kilo, around there. But it is the first fish of the day. Just after 10 minutes fishing, nice sea trout, very silverish. Let's see if I can release it properly. No, I couldn't.
Gloves are a must when the air is still cold, even if they make both fishing and especially releasing fish a bit more challenging. My casting arm was starting to warm up now, but I needed one more fish to really get into the groove.
They were biting quite far out, a bit to the left there. So I need to throw far into the headwind. This one, now it will be, should be a bite now. Yes! Yeah! Da! Oh! Oh! Moving a bit. It's the same size as the first one. Around half a kilo. A bit bigger maybe. Nice sea trout, 700 gram maybe. Kiss it. Goodbye, my friend. Such a good start on the day. 4 sea trout, been fishing for maybe 1 hour. Biggest one on 800 gram. Not the biggest one, but it's a good start. The clock is it's not 10 on the morning even, so it's I have the whole day in front of me. So now we'll be fishing this stretch. So I will move a bit further away and then see if I can find other fishes. And hopefully bigger fishes.
The warm-up was now completed, and fish in the net confirmed it. Now the real hunt began, the search for the big ones.
It was a bit windy when I started fishing here, so I changed from the Gammarus to a bit bigger fly. This one, I don't know if you see it, but it's called vaskebjørn, but it's a bit different variant. This is with spey hackle instead of ordinary grizzly hackle. And then I have the red dot, that's fluorized dubbing. It's kind of a trigger point. And if you see closely, it is 2 eyes in between. And makes the fly go upside down, and then it's a bit heavier, so it gets a bit of this jigging effect. This is actually one of my favorite flies to use, although I don't know exactly what it looks like. It could be a big shrimp, it could be a small bait fish. Only thing I know that is the sea trout. They tend to like this fly, so I have to try that almost on every fishing trip. But now we'll try the tip here, fish around it, see if we can catch something. I hope I can catch a bigger one. Let's try this spot. It's some nice current here. And the sea trout, they like current. This looks very promising. Light headwind, clear and cold water. Let's see if you can hook into something big. This is the big fish spot.
My gut feeling was spot on, and it didn't take long before a real Trout came charging at my fly like it wanted to destroy it.
Okay, I hooked into a bigger fish. Oi, 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 oi. He's pulling the line. It is a bigger one. Now we're talking. Come on. Oh, this is nice. This is over 1 kilo at least. Oh. It's maybe 2 kilos. Perfect. Ooh. Nice. Nice one. Oi, oi, oi. Ooh, it's a nice trout. Ooh. It's a big boy. Big boy. 1.5 kilo maybe. Nope. Didn't want that. That's something else than all the other fishes I caught this year. Whoa! Yes, that's a 2 kilo one. All right, baby. It is 2.3 kilo sea trout. That is beautiful. That's a nice one. Proper sea trout. 2.3 kilo. Goodbye, my friend. That was a nice one. There it goes. Yes!
If I were a whiskey drinker, I might take a celebratory sip right then. But I'm not. So the celebration of the year's first big sea trout was shared with a good cup of coffee instead. There's something special about landing a large sea trout. For a brief moment, you feel on top of the world. But for me, it doesn't take long before the adrenaline fades and the craving for more fishing adventures starts to build up again.
Fish on! Fish on! Looks like a sea trout around 500 grams. Come on. Yes. Number 6 for the day. Wait. They are quite nice. Silver trout. Aye. Now we need to catch the big ones, I think. Goodbye, my friend.
Have you ever wondered what the Norwegian sea trout feeds on? Just take a quick check under a few rocks, revealing that the prey species are still there, and that my fly box is well tailored for the job.
Very abundant. Here we have a big one. This looks more like my fly. You can see that the size differences, they are not they're quite similar actually. So this is what the sea trout is often eating. Let's talk about flies. I showed you the gammarus in the water, and these ones on the top, they are imitations of the gammarus species. Scuds, sand-free flies, I think is another name on them. For example, this one, it's a brown one. It's a UV glue on top. It's quite simple to tie. It's just dubbing, some ribbing, and then you have some shell on the top. You can use plastic or UV glue or whatever. You don't need to have the shell. For example, this one doesn't have. This one is also tied on a curved hook. That could be good too. This time of year, I usually fish a lot with small shrimps. I basically have two different kinds. It's the see the sea shrimp. Looks like this. It's just a lot of see the sea, orange and white color. When the sea the sea gets in the water, they get a very nice shape. The most common fly, the shrimp fly that I use, it's a small fly. It's the Hoover shrimp. This is a beautiful sea trout fly. It's dubbing, some spay hackle on the top there, 2 eyes. And if you see, it's a round red trigger ball or something. That's I think it could trigger the sea trout to take this fly. The cool thing about this fly is that it doesn't have any lid or anything on it. So when you pull, it goes very straight. And then when you stop, it just hovers in the water. That's the name, Hoover shrimp. So if the sea trout is rising, I often use this.
Afternoon brought a shift in the weather. Suddenly, the wind changed direction, just enough to create perfect conditions for rising trout along the shoreline. A welcome sight for me, as it has led to some unforgettable moments in the past. The hunt for surface activity had begun.
I am back where I started the day. And now the conditions is super nice. It's offshore wind. So the first 20 meters along the shoreline is completely flat. So this is perfect conditions for rising fish. So I hope that it's a bit bigger fish here now, and not only the small ones, but we will see. We will see what's happening. Now. Boom! In the middle of the rise. It's after the fly. That, oh, nej! Oh, oj. I saw it was speeding behind the fly. So I was way too quick on the strike. Oh, it's many. Yeah! Yada! Not a big one. Not a big one. But it's number 8 for today. Not so big, small one. Goodbye, my friend. Let's try to catch one more immediately. Wow. So they like gammarus. Oh, there it goes again. There's a lot of small ones in this fjord. Okay. I will turn on the camera when this is done.
So, back to my question asked in the beginning of this video. What more could you wish for? Honestly, I don't know. For me, this day was a perfect day. A string of fishing experiences like pearls on a line, ending with both physical and mental energy to spare.
Oh, only small ones.